Welcome to Yosef spoilers for July 2026. The past has a way of clawing its way back to the surface no matter how deep you bury it. For the Kirimli household, July arrives not as a month of renewal, but as a reckoning. The anniversary of Kevser's death hangs over the mansion like a shroud, stirring ghosts that refuse to stay silent. And for Duygu, a new face in this web of secrets, the search for her missing sister Yasamin will lead her down a path more dangerous than she ever imagined. Duygu's obsession with finding her sister becomes a race against time, with every lead bringing her closer to either salvation or catastrophe. The operation brings her tantalizingly close to Yasamin, but as she closes in, the path she's been running from catches up with her. Ali, still reeling from his own losses, offers her his help, an olive branch she initially refuses, unwilling to let anyone into the darkness she carries. When Semra confronts Duygu about Yasamin's disappearance, the wounds of their family fracture open anew, and Duygu is forced to confront the fact that some secrets are too heavy to carry alone. Yaman finds himself trapped in the crossfire of evidence, accusations, and a past that refuses to let him go. Firat holds the damning evidence against him, and Yaman realizes he is at the mercy of forces he cannot control. Seher, torn between her rage and the lingering embers of love, sends the incriminating photos to Firat, a decision that will alter the course of their already fractured relationship. But as Yaman races to prove his innocence, Seher's fury spirals, unaware that he is fighting a battle not just for freedom, but for her trust. When Yaman receives a surprise call that forces him and Seher to work together, the walls they have built around their hearts begin to tremble. But trust is a fragile thing, and Seher struggles to convince herself that sending those photos was the right choice. As the evidence closes in on Yaman, Ziya returns home with crucial information about Kevser's death, a detail that could either exonerate Yaman or damn him forever. The anniversary of Kevser's death forces everyone to remember the tragedy that started it all. Ziya, haunted by fragments of memory, finally remembers an important detail, a piece of the puzzle that could change everything. But memory is a cruel mistress, and the truth he uncovers is only the beginning of a much darker revelation. Ali, still confused by Duygu's mysterious past, offers her his help, unaware that her search for Yasamin will drag them both into a spiral of violence and heartbreak. Duygu's relentless pursuit of the truth leads her into a deadly confrontation. In a bold move that nearly costs Ali his life, she leaves him bleeding in her arms, a moment of terror that forces both of them to confront how far they are willing to go for justice. As Ali lies in the hospital, Duygu stays by his side, refusing to leave until he recovers. But the danger is far from over. Ali and Duygu are ambushed while sharing a meal, and a new mission emerges that will test them in ways they never expected. For Seher, July brings a devastating crossroads. She decides to leave the mansion, convinced that her presence there is only causing more pain. But Yaman refuses to let her go without a fight. He keeps her locked in a room, desperate to understand the depth of her pain and to make her see that his love is real. When Seher confronts him about the lies he's told her, their confrontation shatters what little trust remained between them. In a moment of devastating clarity, Seher ends things once and for all with Yaman. She goes to Arif, seeking counsel on what she must do, and her decision to leave the Kirimli family feels final. But Yaman, determined to prove his innocence, is on a quest to uncover the truth. A truth that will either destroy them or bring them back together. As the month wears on, Seher and Yaman begin to take small tentative steps toward healing. Yaman introduces Seher to someone from his past, a gesture of trust that speaks volumes. When they help out at Gula's house and she invites them to stay the night, the intimacy they share reignites a spark that neither can deny. Yosef, ever the peacemaker, tries his best to bring them back together, and the family begins to find a tentative, fragile peace. Duygu's search for Yasemin reaches a fever pitch. She decides to leave the police force, overwhelmed by the weight of her mission, but Ali refuses to let her give up. He motivates her to keep searching, and together they grow closer to finding Yasamin. But Semra's rejection cuts deep, and Duygu finds herself at a breaking point. When she opens up to Ali about her struggles, their bond deepens in ways neither expected. Sultan, shocked by Semra's cruel behavior, watches as the family fractures around her. Zuhal, lost in despair, is motivated by Cicek to stand on her feet again. But hope is a fragile thing in the Kirimli household. When Zuhal learns of Yaman and Seher's newfound love, she is consumed by jealousy and regret. In the midst of the chaos, Ali and his team make a shocking discovery that changes the course of their investigation. Duygu, devastated by the weight of the past, tells Ali the truth about what happened that fateful day when Yasamin disappeared. As the final days of July approach, the tensions reach a breaking point. Semra, determined to find Yasemin herself, takes matters into her own hands, a decision that leaves Ali deeply disturbed. Yaman and Seher share intimate moments that hint at reconciliation, but Yosef's joy at his new school is overshadowed by the storm brewing around him. But, in the Kirimli family, peace is always borrowed, never owned. And when the dust settles, the truth, long buried, meticulously hidden, will rise from the grave it was never meant to escape. Secrets are knives, and in July, everyone gets cut.